different melodies I get, you know,
Mhm.
they're just ones I don't know or
Mhm.
haven't heard before. But I'm a little concerned that they're done way too fast for kids to learn.
That's fair. Well, so the ones that are on there, basically, I think I pulled them all out of various things that we did.
Yeah.
So they're just like clips out of other videos. So I just kind of threw it together. I didn't make them for that purpose.
Because I was trying to work with a student,
Yeah.
and I was playing one of the songs so he could sing along with it.
Yeah.
And it was just
Too fast. Yeah, no, I pulled all of those out of existing videos that of services or of us doing with Sunday school or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I just recorded stuff, like during COVID, I just recorded things. I'm not really sure why, well, some of it was like the videos that we're doing for the services were just recorded. But then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna record our Zoom tefillah, and that would be an opportunity for the kids to learn that way too. So they weren't really created with the purpose of them being like, you can use this to learn the prayer so much as a like, it's how we do it together. So any of those, I mean, so do you, I guess
So I think
basically it's just what give me the direction and I'll do whatever you want,
Right, so
basically.
in general, what I would like to create is a running, actually the whole punch list of the service
Mhm.
At a much slower speed, so that a kid can go to
Yep.
track 4 and listen to the Avta.
So words and music together when we do it, typically with the words and the music. I mean,
They
so
have their
that was the other big question, is like, to what degree do we want to have for them just the words to practice and words and music to practice?
So there are certain things that are sung and certain things that are read.
Right.
And the things that are read should be read, and the things that are sung should be sung.
That makes sense?
Right?
Okay, sure.
So
So if it's always gonna have a melody to it, then yeah.
I'm gonna, and you have some things in there with 2 different melodies, and I don't know what that means.
It just means that we have multiple.
Do the kids choose a melody?
Yes. That was part of Annie's shtick, is that the kid chooses all their melodies. So the kids were choosing all the options, and so that was part of why I put all those options up there, because I was like, have as many melody options as we got. Because what inevitably happened is she knew what she knew off the top of her head, but that wasn't or what came to mind off the top of her head when she was sitting with the kid, but that wasn't necessarily the full repertoire. So, you know, and so the kid was not necessarily choosing from a full menu, so so part of the idea was to create a full menu. or a relatively robust menu.
Okay.
With a lot of options. But again, your prerogative. However you'd like to handle that. That doesn't, I mean, if you want to only give the kids certain options or give them, you know, whatever.
I'm gonna sit down next week or the week after.
Quiet for the next couple of weeks. Once Hanukkah's over, we'll be quiet. Is it time?
It is almost time.
It's almost time. Well, we'll go live. Now y'all can hear our conversation. This is turned really high. Put that up there so we get a little less feedback. Hopefully.
Test 1, test 1. Hello, hello.
That's all.
It may just be slow.
Well, it might be almost warm enough that it's pushed the air conditioner past its limits, right?
Hey, Eva. Good. Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good Shabbos. And welcome.
Shalom.
Welcome to those who are joining us online this evening. We appreciate everyone that joins us in whatever capacity they can. So tonight, our service is going to begin on page 10. Page 10, top of the page. Hine Mato.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שברחים גם יחד. 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 הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שברחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom. Let's turn to page 8 and read together. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, but no semantics in those services, but I need them. Through prayer I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created, and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us, and to bring that vision to life. So let's turn backwards to page 2. And how about if I could recruit Abigail and Annabelle to come up here? Come on up here. Do. Come on up here. Gonna help me with the candles, okay?
Okay.
You wanna come up? Come on. Okay. We good? All right, so we're going to light the candles, and then we're going to make some big circles with our arms. 3. Cover your eyes. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Magic! The candles are lit. And they're blessed.
Amazing.
And you did it. High five. High five. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, girls. So, page 20.
Shamor v'zachor v'ribur echad Ishmianu elam yuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad L'shem u'tiferet v'litila Lecha dodi lika kala yalalai 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 Shabbat mekavela Lecha dodi lika kala yalalai 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 Shabbat mekavela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha Kichi mekor ha'veracha Merosh mikerem nesucha Sof ma'aseh v'machshava tefila Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 Shabbat mekavela Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 Shabbat mekavela Hitoreri, hitoreri Ki ba'orech u'miori Uri, uri, shir daveri Kevod Adonai alayich nigla Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 B'nei Shabbat mekavela Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 B'nei Shabbat mekavela Boi v'shalom ha'teref ala Gam besimcha u'betzola Toch emunei am segula Boi chala, boi chala Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 B'nei Shabbat mekavela Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 B'nei Shabbat mekavela.
So as we've greeted Shabbat, let's greet each other. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Turn to the people around and introduce yourself. Shabbat Shalom. Oop. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. What's your name? Diego. I've been meaning to meet you. You have a bar mitzvah coming up. Good. Shabbat Shalom. So, I have to ask the question, did we celebrate any simchas this week? Any birthdays, special moments?
Woohoo!
Woohoo! That's huge. Parallel parking and all? Awesome.
Wow, that's a big one.
Wow.
Woo. Yeah, wow.
Huh? Our daughter had a birthday, true.
Today was the last day of teaching for the semester.
Vacay. Almost, right?
I mean, it's exams next week, but that's their problem, not mine.
Any other simchas? Yes. You learned how to play poker. Oh. Wow.
So you got a poker player and a getaway driver. Nice.
All right, so let's turn in our prayer books to page 145. We're going to 145. Yeah, it is a big number. And let's join together with Hatzi Kaddish.
Yitkada v'yitkada shemei Rabba B'yoma tivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayedecho Beit Yisrael Bagala bagala uv'izman kariv v'yimeru Amen Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach Le'olam lo me'amaya Yiparach Yiparach V'ishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitalev V'yitalal Shemei Kudisha Brichu Leila Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Tamiran Be'oma V'meru, Amen.
Please rise as able for Baruch Hu.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. La 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 ya la 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim
B'chokhmah poteach sha'arim U'bitvuna meshane itim U'machalif et hazmanim U'mesader et hakochavim B'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono Borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech V'choshech mipnei or U'ma'avir yom u'mevi layla U'ma'avdil ben yom u'vein layla Adonai tzavaot shemo El chai v'kayam Tamid imloch aleinu le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai HaMa'ariv Aravim.
Bottom of page 148. In each age we receive and transmit Torah. At each moment we are addressed by the world.
By our teaching, at each moment we stand face to face with the truth.
In each age we add our wisdom to that which has gone before. At each moment, the knowing heart is filled with wonder.
In each age, the children of Torah become its builders and seek to set the world firm on a foundation of truth.
Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. Max, please lead us.
Et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'beitecha u'v'lechtecha b'derech u'v'shachpecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot bein einecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem ekol mitzotai v'yitem kedoshim Elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher Hotzeiti Echem Me'eretz Mitzrayim Liot Lachem Le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Let's continue on the next page. We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all. Before our eyes, there is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness.
There is evil enough to break the heart, and there is good enough to exalt the soul.
When will redemption come?
Well, we prayed.
Long ago, we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High.
Celebrate this power that makes for freedom. Ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi chamocha ner abakodesh noratei lo tosefele noratei lo tosefele Malchutecha ra'u v'anecha Rokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam Te'elianu ve'amru Te'elianu ve'amru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi chamocha ner ha'kodesh norati lo tosefele norati lo tosefele ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la
Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Blessed are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Give us a place to rest, God. Shelter us in the long, soft evening shadows of your truth. You are true protection and safety. In your presence we find love and acceptance. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace. over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Let's continue now on page 155 as we rise for tefillah.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agitei latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah, Rab Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofech Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'nemanata Lachayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. Atah Kadosh v'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kdoshim b'chol yom yalucha Selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
And let us all say Amen.
Amen.
You may be seated. Page 161. In the middle of the page, be gracious, Adonai our God, to your people Israel, and receive our prayers with love. O may our worship always be acceptable to you. Fill us with the knowledge that you are near to all who seek you in truth. Let our eyes behold your presence in our midst, and in the midst of our people in Zion. Blessed is Adonai, whose presence renews Zion. The top of page 163, let's read together. For the good in us, which calls us to a better life, we give thanks.
For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and our hands, we offer praise. For the desire in us which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful. For life and nature, harmony and beauty, for the hope of tomorrow, all praise to the source of being. Baruch atah Adonai, Hatov Shimcha Ulecha Na'el Hodot. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. 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 Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amecha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amecha tasim leolam. V'tov b'necha levarech et Amecha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך tasim leolam, tasim leolam, tasim leolam.
Let's take a few moments now for our own private reflection. Please pray silently.
Yihiu leratzon imrefi v'hegyon libi lefanecha. Yihiu leratzon imrefi v'hegyon libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri v'goali. Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri v'goali. Yihiu leratzon imrefi v'hegyon libi lefanecha. Yihiu leratzon imrefi v'hegyon libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri v'goali. Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri v'goali. Yihiu leratzon imrefi v'hegyon libi lefanecha. Yihiu leratzon imrefi v'hegyon libi lefanecha.
So now let's turn to the people we know that are struggling with illness, people whose lives are made hard by things beyond their control, those who feel the difficulties of physical ailments or spiritual ailments. And so we call out the names of John Deacons and Debbie Simon, Carmen Villarreal, Roger Villarreal, Joan Adler, Kenny Baum. Philip Richardson, Diane Claybard, Victoria Scott, Anna Nowicki, Shirley Levin, Regina Fick, Veronica Lee Strolovich, Bruce Arbitblit, Melanie Pollack, Alan Levin, and Tanya Thompson. And we add to this list those we carry with us. So as we go around the room, if you have someone's name you want to hold up, please call it out. Let's turn to page 253 for our prayer for healing.
Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
May the Holy One of blessing bring healing to all those that we've named. Amen.
Amen.
So there's a lot of Torah portions that I find very deep meaning in, but this one, more than any other portion, I think has been one that I've returned to time and time again. Parshat Vayishlach has a very poignant scene in it where Jacob, the very human, fallible, sometimes just flat wrong person in Torah encounters a being and wrestles all night long. And so I was thinking that this is really a good topic for us to talk about our own selves. Can we change? Can human beings actually change? Or is it more likely that the fundamental characteristics of a person remain constant through his or her lifetime? Well, both viewpoints have a lot of support. Depends on who you ask, of course. Yet to assert that people cannot transform themselves is to accept our flaws and shortcomings and resign ourselves to always living that way. Judaism insists, though, that people are dynamic. And throughout our lives, we struggle to determine what kind of person we want to be. Who is strong, asks the Mishnah. The answer is the person who controls his or her impulses. And through Torah study, both Jewish and general learning, we deepen our understanding of the world and human beings. Through mitzvot, performing commandments, we strengthen our awareness of God and those that engender love between people. We apply what we learn and study to remake ourselves in the world. And through tefillot, or prayer, we cultivate ideals of ourselves and our world as we wish it would be. So, Torah, mitzvah, prayer, that threefold program for improving ourselves and our world implies a vision of human beings as creatures who grow and develop throughout their lifetime. A dynamic creature, a human being, plays a significant role in what values to embody and how to express those values through the deeds that we do. Committed to a view of people that is both dynamic and responsible, Judaism requires a commitment to the long-term game. Nowhere is that commitment better expressed than in this Shabbat's Torah reading. We see our ancestor, Jacob, returning to apologize and make amends with his brother Esau. By chance, though, not by choice. In his long march back into the world, after 21 years of living with Lavan and his family, Jacob becomes suddenly aware that his past did not leave him behind. All the old hurts come rushing to meet him as Esau and 400 armed attendants approach. His thoughts must certainly have focused on his own failures, that of pursuing his own self-interest, to steal the blessing and the birthright from his brother, and the use of his own intelligence as a tool to mold or hurt other people. And as he approached this fateful meeting with Esau, he must have wondered what it would take at that very moment to change himself, to prevent a reoccurrence of his own deceitful arrogance. So that night, left alone, Jacob suddenly finds himself wrestling with someone whom he cannot identify. In the middle of the night, he's engaged in a challenge of life-altering importance. In the middle, rolling in the dust, feeling the push and the pull, locked in mortal combat, Jacob tosses and turns until the break of the dawn. Is this a person or an angel? Or is it the embodiment of his own doubts and failings? With whom does Jacob struggle? Internal or external? We never really learn the answer to the question. That's the beauty of Torah. But we do learn what it takes to remake one's own character, the ability to hold on. Jacob refuses to let go, refuses to succumb. His wrestling extends throughout the entire night, and in the morning, Jacob agrees to release his hold only when he's told that he will be given a new name, a new identity. Jacob becomes a deeper, more mature person. But now, he limps. Our struggles in life, with others and ourselves, they all leave scars. But they also produce growth and change. Jacob is no longer the wily, shrewd, obnoxious child. Instead, through this wrestling, through the process of introspection, remorse, and a commitment to confront his own self, Jacob's able to make himself into a better, more empathetic person. Jacob is able to find the inner strength to apologize, in quotes, to his brother. We'll talk about that tomorrow morning if you come. And to change the way he relates to other people. All it takes is effort, time, insight, and commitment. Jacob's transformation from Jacob to Israel is not absolute. He sits on the fence of identity between whom he was and whom he could become. And when, as Israel, he is begged to follow his brother and reunite the sons of Isaac, Jacob succumbs, falls back into his Jacob self, and turns to the right when Esau turns to the left, failing again one more test to see if the transformation was complete. It's a powerful story. This is, in fact, of all the stories in the Tanakh, this one speaks to me most. For each day, we are all a little bit human and a little bit divine. And as the events of our life unfold, we're challenged to rise above and grow beyond the mundane, and we are pushed to become the sacred people we have yet to become and live the blessings we have been given. And yet we know our reaction when we're stuck at a red light or cut off on the freeway or a deal goes south or a phone call goes awry. We often become the person we don't want to be, the totally human person who has lost his or her sacred identity. I believe we are both Jacob and Israel. I think we are transitional beings. And our faith wants us to grow and tip the balance and favor of our spiritual selves. And every day is a new opportunity, and each moment a new possibility. Favorite story of mine. You may have heard it before. A farmer heard a mule braying on his property, or whatever mules do when they fall into the bottom of a well. And after carefully assessing the situation, the farmer sympathized with the mule, but decided that neither the mule nor the well was worth the trouble of saving. Instead, he called his neighbors together, told them what happened, and enlisted them to help haul dirt to fill the old well and bury the mule and put him out of his misery. Initially, the old mule was pretty hysterical, but as the farmer and his neighbors continued shoveling and the dirt hit his back, a thought struck the mule. It suddenly dawned on him that every time a shovelful of dirt fell and hit him on his back, he could just shake it off and step up. And this he did, blow after blow, shake it off and step up, shake it off and step up, shake it off and step up. And he repeated to encourage himself, and no matter how painful the blows, how distressing the situation, the old mule fought panic and just kept right, shaking it off and stepping up. It wasn't long before the old mule, battered and exhausted, stepped triumphantly over the wall of that well. What seemed like it would bury him actually helped him because of the manner in which he handled his situation. And that's life. If we face our problems, respond to them positively, refuse to give in to panic, bitterness, or self-pity, we grow. And so like Jacob and our friend the mule, we struggle and we stumble and we fall, and then we get up and we shake off the dust and we grow in our faith. Use this story of Jacob and the mule during this Shabbat and find moments to elevate your life. Seek out the holy and sacred path and let your spiritual self rise above the mundane in our world. And like Jacob, when you are engaged in your own battle with darkness, and we all do it, find some light within you and let it shine through your actions. Let your spiritual self, let Israel come through you, and then you can see how you can change the world. Amen. Iris? You have lots of announcements.
Well, for the folks who are online.
Hello? I didn't think I needed it, but Ari said I did. I'd especially like to welcome any new members and any guests who are with us. Please be sure to take home your Shabbat brochure so that you can see what important events are coming up. Join us tomorrow morning for Bible and Bagels at 9 a.m., followed by Shabbat morning services at 10:30 a.m. Excuse me. School celebration. Join the Temple Sinai School for their Hanukkah celebration this coming Sunday, December 11th from 9 to 1. Grandparents and those who don't yet have children in our program should absolutely plan to bring their kids. Sisterhood is asking everyone to join them on Sunday, December 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to come fry latkes for the Hanukkah dinner that evening. Bring your electric skillet if you have one. Please come celebrate Hanukkah on Sunday, December 18th at 6 o'clock p.m. We will have a chicken dinner including latkes with music, ugly sweater contest, and dreidel contest. Bring your own Hanukkah to light. Please RSVP to Cindy in the office so we know how much food to prepare. And Hineni Houston is going on. Join us on Sunday, January 8th at 9 a.m. The Jewish Federation of Greater Houston wants to talk to all of us. It is a community-wide initiative that will engage up to 1,000 Houstonians in conversations to imagine and co-create Jewish life in Houston that is joyful, meaningful, and relevant for all of us, no matter where or how we live our Jewish lives. Their goal is to understand the heart of the matter in terms of what activates Houston's Jewish potential now and into the future. Also, please take a moment to answer the questions on the listening wall, which is mounted to the left as you go out of the sanctuary doors. If you shared someone's name for Kaddish coming up, please let their family know by sending them a Kaddish card. In addition, if you sent a Mishaberach, the healing prayer for someone tonight, please feel free to send them a Mishaberach card. You can find them on the desk to the left as you exit the sanctuary. Again, we're glad to have you here. Shabbat Shalom.
So I want to expand a couple of things. This weekend we start not the 8 nights of Hanukkah, because that doesn't start yet, the 14 days of Hanukkah here at Temple. All right? So starting on Sunday, December 11th, in the morning, our religious school, our families, grandparents, whoever wants to join us can come and be a part of our Hanukkah festivities with our religious school. At 3 p.m. in the afternoon, the West Side Jewish community, which involves the Houston Congregation for Reform Judaism, the Temple, or Ami, Conservative Congregation, and Chabad of the West Side, are all coming together at the Jewish Community Center of the West Side. And we are having a community-wide Hanukkah event. What is unique about this Hanukkah event is a very special program put on by the rabbis called the Latka Hamantashen Debate. Rabbis Estes from Orami and I are defending the merits of the Hamantashen in the debate. Yep, we changed roles.
That's proper
so
debating.
we are defending the Hamantashen. And Rabbis Goldstein and Gross are defending the merits of the Latka. Now, both you and I know that we have kind of two sides to our taste buds, salty and sweet. But more and more people definitely feel that the sweet outweighs the salty. And so I want to encourage you to come and be a part of the audience that day and cheer us on. It's going to be a lot of fun. So there's going to be games for kids and food, sufganiyot and all kinds of stuff. So please come 3 to 5 at the Westside JCC on Derry Ashford. What about Rugula?
That's Shabbos. It's a whole different holiday.
Yeah. I'm saving all my good stuff for Sunday. Right? So the other thing that I want to point out, so the Hineni process. So all over town at various locations, congregations, community gatherings, there have been listening forums where people come together and talk about what they want in the future of the Jewish community. And the Federation is leading these, and that's what the board on the wall is about. It's an opportunity for you to just kind of vision, do some visioning, write something down. And there's 3 questions, and feel free to write on the board. The Federation will be collecting that, but more importantly, on January 8th, we're going to have a gathering in here. And we're all going to participate in a conversation. And we want all of you to be a part of it. It's a Sunday. And it's going to be a conversation facilitated by members of the Federation and you. I mean, we hope that you'll come and be a part of it. You have to register because they want to know who's coming. So there's a link that is in the weekly email, and it's in the Jewish Herald Voice if you receive it, or if you went on the Federation's website, there's a menu of which one do you want to register for. Pick the one at Temple, which is on January 8th. And please be a part of it. And the last thing. Hanging on the wall, some of you may have seen it already, is a beautiful tapestry created for Temple by members of Emmanuel Episcopal Church. And it's a tapestry of a Chanukia. They gave it to us as they were departing in the middle of the pandemic, and nobody really knew about it. And Chava found it, it was in the ritual room, and we hung it up this last week. It's hanging right out on the wall in the lobby, outside the sanctuary. Yeah. So, and there's a little article, there's a piece that they wrote about it and why they did it, why they chose it. So since Hanukkah is coming, we're kind of put it up to dedicate it, and it'll hang there forever. So please take a look at it. With all that said, let's continue on page 283. 283. Abigail and Annabelle, can y'all come back up here and help me with something?
The super helpers.
My super helpers. Coming up. All right, can you grab this door? Okay.
Slide it.
Ready? Let's slide it. Can you push it that way? It's heavy, right?
Good job.
It's really heavy. Yeah. Page 283.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gdula liotzer breshit, shehu sam chelkenu liached et shemo, v'gor aleinu lehamlich malchuto, v'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Let's close the doors.
She'unot hashamayim v'yoser haaretz, u'moshe v'karo b'shamayim imal, u'shchinatu zo, v'govei meromim, hu Eloheinu enod, Emet Malkeinu Efesulato, Kakatu B'Torato, V'aratayom V'ashevota Elevavecha, Ki Adonai Hu Elohim Shamayim Mimahal, V'yal Mitachat Enod, V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom ha'u yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. At this sacred time, our thoughts turn now to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and our neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, those of every race, every nation and faith, whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. We continue with reading number 7, page 291. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light. Long after the star itself is gone.
And so it is with the people that we
loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly,
though their
time with us is done.
But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. We recall those who have died in recent days. Stephen Foreman, father of Mindy Foreman, grandfather of Kieran Foreman. And Dory Pasternak Pollock, Devorah Bat Ephraim Fischel, cousin of Ellen Heller, and Laurie Pollock Katzir, Friedel Bat Ephraim Fischel, cousin of Ellen Heller. And we recall those whose yahrzeit falls at this time. Lorraine Kolker, Ellen Schlafer, mother of Joyce Boyne,
Joe Ziglin, grandfather of Gail Lurie. Marvin Hertz, husband of Janice Hertz, brother-in-law of Susan Hertz. Merrill Gruden, daughter of Alan and Ethel Gruden. Rose Arbisman, mother of Richard Arbisman. Deanna Chapman, mother of Erica Schwam. Abraham Olener, father-in-law of Karen Olener. And Jacob Katz, father of Gail Kovaler. Are there any additional names for Kaddish this evening? For all of them, we say Zechanam Levaha. May their memories be a blessing. As together we turn to page 294 and rise for Kaddish. Yet Gadal v'yet Kadash Shemei Rabbah B'alma Devara Herite V'yamlich Malchute V'chayechon v'yomechon Chayei D'chol Beit Yisrael V'agalav Zman Kariv V'meru Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Olamei Olamaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'par V'yitramam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shmei Kudsha Barichu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tishbechata V'nehemata Damiram B'yalama V'imeru Amen. Yehei Shalom Rabbah Min Shemaya V'hayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. V'oseh Shalom B'mromav
V'yaseh Shalom.
Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn, and may God bring comfort to all those who are bereaved. Amen.
Amen.
Please turn now to page 321. And you can be seated. And we're going to sing Adon Olam, a little Israeli version.
No. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra V'yed Nasa V'chetzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Ve'acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Hoveh Ve'hu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra V'yet Nasa V'cheso Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Yacharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Hoveh Ve'hu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra V'yet Nasa V'cheso Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Yacharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Hoveh B'tifara Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Hoveh B'tifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra V'yet Nasa V'cheso Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra V'yacharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Hoveh Ve'hu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra V'yet Nasa V'cheso Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra V'yacharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Hoveh B'tifara Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Hoveh B'tifara.
Let's hear it for
I'll get it better the next time.
Shabbat Shalom. Please join us in the lobby. Trish and Mutzi, and please help by returning your prayer books to the racks.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Get that one better next time.